Hi, Regina Kincaid, IBCLC here, and in today's video I would like to look at tools for dealing with leaking breasts during lactation. Most products for leaking breast milk are designed to absorb or catch the milk. But if you happen to be out having forgotten to wear a breast pad, perhaps you didn't expect to be away from your baby for that long, or you didn't expect to leak that much, wearing a top with a pattern is more forgiving when leakage happens, or layering your tops and wearing layers and removing them as necessary. If leakage happens and you're not wearing a breast pad, applying gentle direct pressure can help to reduce and stop the flow. So just simply cross your arms across your chest and apply direct pressure to your nipple. Disposable breast pads are very convenient and absorbent on the go. They usually come individually packaged and they have a sticky adhesive at the back that will ensure that the breast pad is kept securely in place in the bra. Even though they are often made of plant fibers nowadays, they're not really sustainable in the long run. And also the sticky adhesive may end up sticking against your skin if they do happen to move, and that may be a bit uncomfortable or annoying, especially if you're dealing with sensory issues. Reusable or washable breast pads are definitely a more sustainable option. You can usually just throw them in the wash with your bras. They can often be washed at a high temperature depending on the fabric they're made of. So just check the instructions. They're often made of bamboo or absorbent microfibers. And even though they're often made of a teardrop or oval shape now to stay in place in your bra a little bit better, they can still move and they're still a little bit more susceptible to fashion mishaps. The so-called LilyPadz come in the shape of a flower and they're made of silicone. They're meant to just stick against your skin and stay in place. They work really well as nipple cover, especially if you want to go braless. And they're designed to apply gentle pressure on the nipple and areola area and thus reduce the leakage and stop the leakage. You may find, however, that a little bit of milk is accumulating just behind the center of the LilyPadz, and thus if you tend to leak a lot, they may not be the best option for you. If you want to save the breast milk from your leakage, you could wear a breast gel instead of a breast pad. A breast gel is a silicone cup which sits in your bra, and it's definitely a little bit bulkier than a breast pad, and it also shouldn't be worn at nighttime because it could apply too much pressure on milk ducts at nighttime depending on how you're lying, and could potentially cause blocked ducts or mastitis. So just wearing it during the daytime though, and also while breastfeeding on one side. If you wear the gel on the other side, that can catch any of your leakage, and you can use that towards building a stash, especially if you find it hard to pump, and that may be then a good option for you. If you want to use the leakage in the milk that you caught in the breast gels, make sure that you always sanitize the breast gels according to the instructions. The Haakaa ladybug is similar to a breast gel that can be worn during breastfeeding while you're feeding your baby. On the opposite side, the ladybug can collect your drip milk from your letdown, but you can also wear it in between breastfeedings. However, you can see it is a bit bulkier than a breast gel and definitely than a pad. It has the added feature to apply vacuum for some extra breast stimulation. So if you desire to draw out a little bit more milk than just your letdown, you can add a little bit of vacuum, ensure that the plug up here is closed so that it is suctioned on. If that is open, then you lose the vacuum and you will simply collect drip milk with the extra stimulation, ensure also it is not drawing out too much milk if that's not what you want to, because otherwise perhaps this could cause a little bit of an oversupply. The same can be said for the silicone breast milk collector. You can also use that one on the opposite side when you're breastfeeding your baby, and you can either use it as a passive milk collector, or you can apply a little bit more suction as well, so that it will draw out more milk actively. If you're not planning on collecting or storing breast milk and you leak from the opposite side during breastfeeding, it can help to just have a small towel or burp cloth at hand. This is also useful at night time, especially if you're leaking a lot during the early days of breastfeeding.